More questions in the murder-suicide from last week at the grocery store in Royal Palm Beach. Was there anything, that's the question, if family of the killer Timothy Wall or the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office could have done to prevent that tragedy?
Wall shot and killed a 1-year-old and his grandmother inside a Royal Palm Beach Publix before turning the gun on himself last week. Palm Beach County Sheriff Rick Bradshaw called out the shooter's ex-wife, saying she knew her former husband was mentally ill and should not have had a gun and didn't report it. The ex-wife, through her attorney, said she did ask PBSO for help with her husband multiple times. Today, we're learning more about 2 of the phone calls for service made between Timothy Wall and his ex-wife, Monica Wall.
Our Andrew Lofholm is outside the Publix with the new details tonight.
These are phone calls from 2019 in May and June. During the first one, they were actually living together but divorced, and Monica Wall wanted her husband out of there for good. In May and June 2019, there are 2 phone calls from the family to the sheriff's office. This is post-divorce, but Timothy Wall was still living at home. In one of the phone calls, his ex-wife said he had been out of work for 2 years, was an alcoholic, and had a gun. As part of the divorce, she was supposed to get the home, but he hadn't found somewhere else to live. She was told if she was fearful of him to stay with friends until he moved out. About a month later, Timothy Wall called PBSO saying his ex-wife ran away with his daughter. When PBSO called Monica Wall, she was with her divorce lawyer. She said she had moved in with a friend until he was gone.
His ex-wife said he's been acting strange. He thinks he's being followed. He's paranoid. You think a damn soul told us about that? No.
Sheriff Rick Bradshaw said last week that Monica Wall could have spoken up about her ex-husband, but didn't. Monica Wall, through her lawyer, in a statement said the family had asked for help and notified deputies on numerous occasions, formally and informally, that Timothy Wall was in need of mental health services and he had surprisingly acquired a firearm. Bradshaw also said Wall had posted on social media where he said he wanted to kill people, including children. But again, no one reported it. Monica Wall's lawyer said her and her ex-husband were not connected on social media. Bradshaw said one of the tools his office could have used is the red flag law, also known as an extreme risk protection order. Josh Horwitz is an expert on them.
What I don't want this to turn into is somebody blaming some other party for not using an extreme risk order. This is our collective responsibility.
Florida is one of 19 states with a red flag law. Horwitz says mental health alone wouldn't usually be a reason to invoke it, but a series of factors, like in this case, would.
Risk factors are cumulative. So if someone's saying, I want to hurt somebody, that's one thing. But if you then put in relationship troubles, you put in alcoholism, you put in recent gun purchase, potential mental health issues, those things coming together really should have the alarm bells going.
Now, Monica Wall, through her lawyer, said that she wants to sit down with Sheriff Rick Bradshaw to discuss mental health and the services available. I had talked to the sheriff's office spokesperson late today. She said she was going to check with the sheriff to see if that would be something he would be interested in. We're live in Royal Palm Beach. Andrew Lofholm, CBS 12 News.